So hi, my name is Furber. I'm from Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I wanted to submit a story about how the success principles really helped me out at one point. I'm an employment counselor, but before I became one, I actually was crazy in love with this Danish fellow, and we had been going back and forth from Canada to Denmark for a number of years. And I decided to enroll as an employment counselor, and I was in the process of getting my diploma in that. And we had decided that we were going to get married, and I was going to immigrate with him to Denmark and sell my house. So in the same weekend, pretty much, I graduated as an employment counselor, I sold my house, and I got married in the backyard, and off I went. And it was great. I loved it. It was a wonderful experience being in Denmark. It's a great country. However, I'm in unfamiliar territory completely. And as we went along, I was putting my money into the apartment and you name it. And then the marriage started to fall apart. And, it broke me. I didn't know which way I was going. Anyway, I had been working off of this book on and off for a while. And then I read through it all. And I did the exercises. And when I was in one of the darkest times in Denmark, I gave a call to Jack's Outfit there. And I really didn't expect anybody to call me back. However, a woman by the name of Carrie gave me a call. And I said to her, listen, I don't have any money. And I know you're probably, wanting to charge for coaching or something. And she said, no, tell me what's going on. So I told her a little bit about what was going on and how I felt, and I just didn't know what to do. And so we just talked about that a little bit, and then she called me the following week, and again for another hour or so, and we just discussed kind of my options, or maybe just ideas of how I was feeling. I was feeling pretty alone there. And by the third week, I think through talking with her and just kind of getting some clarity, I was able to make the decision that I was going to come home. And so I packed up everything, and I arrived with 8 suitcases. While I was in Copenhagen, on my way to Heathrow, I had a very big pity party. And thank God it's only 2.5 hours or 2-hour flight. And made my way to Heathrow and bought myself a notebook and a beautiful pen. And I just started making a plan. I had a number of hours there to dry my eyes and make the plan. So I arrived at YVR and dropped off my 8 suitcases with my kids and took up north for a week. And I put together a really solid plan. I wanted to be working at one of the best employment counseling organizations that there were in the Lower Mainland. And I had been told, you really won't get in, you don't have a degree, and you don't have any experience in your new field. 2 things I didn't have, and I just remember thinking through the book, you shouldn't let people stop you. And I put together an affirmation jar, and I just stayed focused, and I worked the plan. And every time I thought I needed to rejig it, I would rejig it. And long story short, I made my phone call and managed to get in front of the woman looking after the facilitators. She was fantastic. All she wanted to do was talk about Denmark, mind you. And so that was an 1.5-hour interview. Anyway, by the end of it, I went through 3 interviews and they offered me the job, and I just never looked back. And since that time, I've seen it as a valuable experience, but I've doubled my net worth and I've recreated a different life altogether. And I'm sure that if I hadn't gone through what I went through, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I really want to stress how this is the book that really, I feel, got me through it. So I just wanted to say my little piece for Jack Canfield there and let him know that I really appreciated his writing, and I'm pretty sure other people would too.